All right. So this week you're going to finish off your Southern Gothic essay by having it peer edited. You can find a friend who is in this class. I would say that's probably the best choice you can make. You can have it peer edited by a friend or a family member. I'm really not going to be too prescriptive about it under the circumstances. Go ahead, make sure that it's someone who knows generally what they are talking about when it comes to writing. Have them read through your essay. I would say the most important things that you can get from a peer editor is, did you follow basic conventions in writing? So is your capitalization correct? Are your punctuation marks in the correct locations? Did you spell things correctly? Use this handy dandy spell check. So if you go to tools, spelling and grammar check, spelling and grammar check. And it should go through your document. You do have to be smarter than the machine. Sometimes it thinks that there's an error and there isn't an error. Sometimes there is an error and it doesn't catch it. So you have to be smarter than the machine. If you're unsure of how to spell something, you can try Googling it. Google does have a dictionary feature, so you can look up words and make sure that you're using the word that means what you think it means, is an important thing to consider. Having a person who is not part of the class peer edit it is not a bad idea. In fact, I might even consider having somebody who's in the class peer edit it and someone who's outside the class peer edit it. One thing that you will get from people that are outside the class is they will have a better sense of whether or not you conveyed the idea effectively. So someone who's not in this class is not going to know a whole bunch about Southern Gothic art or literature, potentially. That could be that they know a lot about it. If they don't know a lot about Southern Gothic art or literature, and they learn a great deal about it from reading your essay, or as a result of reading your essay, they are able to understand what you're talking about, that's actually really great feedback, right? It means that you were able to convey information to them in a way that they were able to understand it. So pick a person inside the class to peer edit it would be a good thing to do. Picking a person outside the class to peer edit it would be a good thing to do. Doing both would be fantastic, now that I think of it. So make sure that you've color coded it. You want to be clear on, okay, this is, my claims are all here in yellow. My context is in orange. My evidence is in blue. My explanation of my evidence is in green. And then my analysis is in pink. Note that I've interspersed these claims inside these body paragraphs to try and help the reader follow different elements of my argument as I work my way through. The evidence, it doesn't have to necessarily be a quote. A lot of times with the book, To Kill a Mockingbird, you're going to have specific page numbers. MLA formatting for movies, if I were going to go full on for my citation, I would have you cite the hour, the minute, and the second, and then that it started, and then the hour, the minute, and the second in which it ended. I'm not actually asking you to do that, mainly because I don't expect you to have access to the film. However, if you're doing college, if you go to college and you're doing a film course and you have to cite things in MLA format, it's possible that you will have to go through and do the full citations. However, for the purposes of this class, I'm not actually asking you to do full MLA citation for each movie. However, you do have to do the page numbers for the books. Again, this is just, hey, helpful information. I hope you learned something. Good luck on your proofreading, and I look forward to seeing you work.